Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, seems that somebody missed the memo because Americans agree that we are not snitching on nobody because we didn't see nobody. But unfortunately, the brother Luigi, who was caught in McDonald somewhere around Altoona, he was caught in the McDonald. Maybe somebody inside McDonald snitched on him. Somebody just decided that, the bounty might be good to me, might be enough for me because they feel like, and I need the money. This is what Americans got to say about this. I want us to watch this video because the reactions of people are really shows how mad they are. I want us to watch this video. I'll be back and we'll talk about something. Let's get into it.
Of interest has been identified in regards to the healthcare CEO assassination. I just want to say this. I thought that we had an understanding. Ain't nobody seen nothing. Ain't nobody heard nothing, right? Why the NYPD talking about they got over hundreds of tips? Who missed the memo? And that McDonald's worker, McDonald's does not pay you enough to care. You're not even supposed to have your phone on the floor. So what's going on? Where was your manager at? Hope you're happy. Because now a beautiful man who graduated from an Ivy League is sitting in a cold, dark cell right now. Like, I looked up his name and I audibly gasped. I gasped. That beautiful man is going to jail. Like, I'm gonna put money on his books.
They're definitely framing Luigi Mangione for the murder of the United Healthcare CEO because I live a couple blocks from the murder scene, and if a guy that hot was near my apartment, I would have sensed it.
So I turn on the news and I see the CEO shooter has been identified, and I look at it and I'm like, that's my boy Luigi. And he couldn't have done it because we were together all day that day. I even got pictures of us together, right? This is him when he got over here. Got a nice suit on, a very well-respected, nice young man. We got hungry, so we went out to eat at McDonald's. Like, look at this. You can't fake this, okay? But thankfully, I had a bright idea. I was like, hey, Luigi, we should go get today's newspaper, and we should just take a picture with it, like, for a gag. Like, it'd be funny to look back on in the future. And we did. Like, what more do you need, the FBI? Like, what more do you need? It very clearly wasn't him. We were together all day that day. I don't even stay near New York, okay? Don't ask why his shirt was off either, because I don't know what that's about. The point is, couldn't have been Luigi. We were together all day. He couldn't have drove from my house to New York. That's a whole day trip.
Hello, welcome back. How was your Christmas shopping?
It was so nice. I got a nice lunch.
Shut up. Nobody cares. His name is Luigi, okay?
Who's Luigi?
The guy, this morning they were calling him the claims adjuster.
Oh, the guy that did it in the CEO.
Yes, that guy. Apparently he's been caught, or at least the suspect that people think is the guy.
Okay.
He was caught in Altoona, Pennsylvania in a McDonald's.
Hold on. He
Yeah.
was caught in Altoona?
Yeah, he stopped at an Altoona, Pennsylvania McDonald's to get a McRib, and some old person there, like, recognized him from all the pictures on the TV.
They were like, hold on, there's someone handsome here. What are we doing?
Yeah, they're not used to seeing that in Altoona.
Oh
but
my
also,
God.
he's the most Italian man ever. His
Yeah.
full name is Luigi Mangione.
Oh my God, delicious pasta brand.
Let me tell you something real quick.
A few hours later.
And the only reason they think they actually have him is because when they went through his bag,
Okay.
he had 4 fake IDs,
Sure.
one of which was the one that was used at the hostel.
Who doesn't have fake IDs?
Okay, he also had a silencer for his ghost gun.
Okay, so what? It's America.
Okay, and he had a manifesto that was like listing all these different things about health insurance and how they're parasites who suck off on America. Like,
Again, name one person that doesn't have this list.
Okay, now listen. Here's the thing about Luigi Mangione, is once everybody knew his name, they started looking online.
You gotta find out.
They found his Twitter.
Okay.
They found his Goodreads.
Oh my God, what kind of books does he read?
Okay, first thing, one thing that people realized.
Enemies to lovers.
Okay, one of the things they realized is that this 26-year-old man,
He's so young.
26 is when you lose your parents' health care.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the things that I keep reminding myself on, right?
Yeah.
And so he apparently had a surfing accident 2 years ago. And that gave him really bad back pain. And there's actually an x-ray of a back with screws in it on his Twitter profile. And he's read multiple books about back pain.
Oh, no.
He also read the Unabomber's manifesto and gave it 4 stars.
I wonder why he lost a star.
I don't know, but he gave the Lorax 5 stars?
That makes sense.
Okay, and he also read the same Steve-O book twice.
Sometimes you gotta go back. You gotta relearn.
You know what? That's what you do when you go to UPenn.
Oh my God, he went to UPenn?
Yeah, he used to live in Philly, apparently. He lived in
Oh
Philly.
my God, he must have been smart. Although you can get in without being smart, just look at Trump.
Well, he was a valedictorian of his prep school, which is a $40,000 a year prep school.
Oh, so he's rich.
Down by Baltimore, Maryland. His extended family like owns golf courses and a radio station that used to play Rush Limbaugh. The politics are all over the place here, okay?
I'm so confused.
But here's the thing you need to know.
What?
He's hot as fuck, dude. I was scrolling through and I was just like, this dude is hot. In Italian, they call it Fra Diavolo, okay?
So this video is for the McDonald's employee who snitched on Luigi. Put my fries in the fucking bag, okay? And I want extra salt with it too. Little ketchup on the side. Because how the fuck do you sell out that hard? How do you... You don't even realize it, but you ruined the upcoming of a real-life vigilante. I never wish death upon people. Only murderers. And you single-handedly put an innocent man in jail by telling the police where this man is for what, $50,000? You're a sellout and you can't eat, like, you probably got fired, so you can't even put the fries in the bag. Oh my gosh.
Which one of you McDonald's employees ratted that guy out? Which one of you did it? Put the fries in the bag. You're not gonna get a raise, bro. Ronald McDonald doesn't know you.
To the boomer that works at McDonald's that snitched on that boy, I hope that every time you go in for a shift thinking that the ice cream machine is back up, it breaks in your hands. I hope that every time you take a bite out of a McNugget, it's frozen inside still. I hope that every time you go for your reading glasses, you can't find them. I hope the next time that you leave your car for a few days, you forget that you turn on one of the little overhead lights and then when you come back, the battery's dead. I just know a regular person that wants 2 sauces instead of 1 hates to see you coming. I hope the snack wrap never comes back at your location. I hope that a bus full of children comes to your McDonald's location at 10:20, forcing you to have to do the thing that you hate to do the most, which is extend breakfast past 10:30. I hope that everything you think is low sodium actually just has regular sodium in it. I hope you accidentally drop your flip phone into the fryer. But most importantly, when it comes to healthcare and you need the system, I hope you get the exact coverage that Brian Thompson thinks you deserved.
I'm really fucking upset that they found the gunman who shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The gunman was identified as Luigi Mangione, and he was identified and reported by a McDonald's employee. Firstly, to that Mickey D's worker, go fuck yourself! Secondly, Luigi, I will be writing to you while you're behind bars. And third of all, for anybody out there who's like, I can't believe you would sympathize and support a murderer. Bitch, open your eyes! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! Each year, millions of Americans struggle to afford basic medication. Approximately 13 million people in the US skip prescriptions because of how high the cost is. And a study conducted in 2009 estimated 45,000 Americans die annually due to a lack of health insurance coverage. Brian Thompson, the CEO that was killed, received a total compensation of approximately $10.2 million in 2023. $10.2 million. Mind you, there are people out there who can't even afford fucking insulin. And there are people out there that can't afford life-changing surgeries because insurance companies like United Healthcare won't help cover the cost. And I don't give a fuck. Luigi ate down. Putting Monopoly money in a bag for police to find. Having the shell casings of the bullets say delay, deny, depose written into them. And for all the people being like, oh, well, Brian Thompson didn't deserve to die. No, he didn't. But also the thousands of Americans that die every single year under United Healthcare also did not deserve to die. The same people that could have lived if they were granted access to the medication and services that they needed. You're acting like the people who run these health insurance companies and big pharma actually give a fuck about you when they don't. Does it suck that a man died and his 2 sons and wife have to mourn his passing? Absolutely. But that doesn't take away the thousands of lives that are lost every year because of these whack-ass insurance companies. So if you're wondering, why would anyone sympathize with the killer? Maybe because that killer killed another killer. The difference here is Luigi killed one man, while that one man, whether he wanted to or not, assisted in killing thousands of people while simultaneously making millions of dollars.
Sir, they caught the alleged CEO killer.
Who was it?
Luigi...
Oh no!
What?
Mario's gonna be pissed.
Luigi Mangione.
That's his last name?
Yes.
Whoa, the Super Mangione brothers.
Oh my, you.
How'd they find him?
A McDonald's employee.
Oof, McDouble trouble. I wonder if they'll name a meal after him.
What would
The McMurderer.
Apparently, he's lost some family.
Duh. Bowser keeps stealing his sister-in-law.
Jesus. Anyone want to play Mario Kart?
Can I be Luigi?
Yeah. Why?
I heard he's been killing it lately.
Oh, I hate it here.
Nobody is going to convince me that we are not living in a theatrical production right now. Do you understand how ironic it is that in one of the greatest cases of class conflict we've seen in years, he was snitched on by a McDonald's employee? William Shakespeare himself could not have conjured up a plot like this. This is insanity. What are the odds? What are the odds?
We arrested the suspect in the shooting.
No, that's not him. He was mowing my lawn that day. Yeah, and then after that, he was watching my kid. Yup, and he was bartending later that night. Then he was dog sitting for my neighbor. I saw him the whole time. Yeah, that ain't him. That's just Luigi.
So I come on TikTok and I found out they trying to say my man Luigi was some CEO. We was at the Nets game. We was sitting. We was in row 365. Like, we was watching the whole game, and then freaking Josh Hart was it. Look. And then after that, we went to dinner. And then we was like, you know what? Let's just drive back to Toronto right now. Let's just drive back. So we drove back. We crossed the border, right? He was sleeping in the back, right? And we got home, and then we saw the news. We was like, oh, that's crazy. That's great. They gonna try to talk about stuff in his backpack. I told him to hold my passports because we was trying to go overseas so we could, passport. That's what we was trying to do. And then we was walking back. Some dude said, can you hold this silencer? Right? I was like, silencer? Why be getting loud for it? Who getting loud? He was like, and Luigi, the upstanding person, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna hold that. He's like, all right, bet. Cool. Then some other person has a whole bunch of baseball cards, and he said, I'll trade you these baseball cards for some identities. And Luigi's like, yeah, it'll be cool to see if I was like 3 different people, right? So that's what he did. Yeah, man. But for real, free my man Luigi. He ain't do nothing wrong.
No need for a GoFundMe. Luigi Mangione has an attorney that has actually tried and beaten murder charges and has gotten their clients acquitted. I would happily and gladly take that case at no cost.
And I got a lot of other lawyer friends that would probably do the same thing.
Man, I can't stop thinking about this McDonald's employee who ratted out Luigi Mangione. I'm definitely saying that wrong. It's just like, mate, you're a McDonald's employee. Can you settle down with the sheriff attitude, calling in tips to the police? It's McDonald's. I thought KFC were famous for being infested with rats. Now, apparently Macca's are too. Just calm down on your assistant manager shift, okay, mate? You want to do something positive? Fix the ice cream machine, okay?
Well, it looks like the snitches have won, and somebody has turned in that hero that murked that CEO. Unfortunately, they think he's the guy that did it anyway. They've taken him into custody. It's depressing. Man's a hero, should not be taken into custody. But here's what I hope happens as a result of this. First of all, there's no jury in the world that's going to convict this guy, so, whatever. But at the same time, what I really hope happens is that CEOs, the billionaires, the people who work, upper echelon of these health insurance companies, I hope every single one of them, in the midst of protests during the trial, I hope they have to go up and they have to justify and make the case for the health insurance system, because I guarantee you they cannot do it. And I think ultimately that's going to push us a little bit closer to having universal health care. That's what I hope happens anyway.
Hey, yeah, congratulations on what you did. You are a hero. I just want to make sure that you had your shift covered while you were away on break talking to the police. You were gone for 4 hours. We checked the cameras, and you didn't clock out. I just want to make sure you understand why that's a problem, right? Okay. Does she have any PTO left to make sure to cover those hours and make sure there's no discrepancies? Because if you give her free hours, we have to give everyone free hours, She doesn't have PTO left? Okay, can you write her up and make sure that you write in there using company pay and company phone, making personal phone calls? Yeah. You want to use your sick day? Well, we always award every employee of ours 1 sick day for every 365 days they work. Are you sure you want to use it? Congratulations. She wants to use her sick day. Okay, well, you got it covered. There's a line outside. Oh my god, I need you to go get that.
I never understood y'all writing letters to attractive men who were in jail until I saw Luigi. Somebody give me that cell number. Where is he at? He in Pennsylvania. I'ma come get him. I'ma stick beside him. I'ma stick beside him. Damn. He needs a Princess Peach. Why don't the man in the Bang Bang Shoot 'em Up movies look like him? Put him in free him, put him in that movie. Dang, we can get married right after. I just don't understand. Smart. He reads books. Can hold that blicky. When he gets sticky, I like him. He's just my type. How tall is he? Do we know his specs? What's the height? Because that's gonna tell me everything I need to know. Because if he's a short king, he might try to assassinate me. Might have that short man complex, so can't do that.
He's good looking. He took out a corrupt CEO because of his grandparents. Didn't bother anybody else and apologized when he got caught. And he likes to read. Where are the book tag girlies at?
I know that this is an ableist term, but they're gonna call him crazy. The easiest way to discredit somebody is to hype up that their disability. This man had chronic pain. Luigi Mangione, he had chronic pain. They're gonna call him out of his mind. And that's what they're gonna use to discredit any part of his actions, right? Despite the fact that this took a lot of planning and forethought, this was not like a spur of the moment type of like break type thing. And they're already starting to gear up towards that, especially on the threads on Twitter. They're going to call him out of his mind. They're also going to use the fact that he masked in a lot of different places to say that he's one of those COVID crazies as well. And this would actually make a lot of sense in terms of them doing away with all of this, right? Because you don't necessarily need to go to a trial to be remanded to care. You don't have to at all. In fact, in multiple states across the United States, they have been attempting to do away with as many regulations or restrictions on remanding people to care as possible. Thus, the expansion of guardianship and conservatorship. And in the public eye, like that is, like most people do not want to associate with somebody who's out of their mind in American society. And I say all that to say, if you want this moment of consciousness to extend itself, here's what I would suggest. If that's something that they want to do, if that's the line that they're going with, then you need to reframe by harping on the proximity between the individual and the healthcare system, okay? This is what that sounds like. I would lose it too if the healthcare system neglected me as long as it did him. I have been in a fragile mental state because of not accessing healthcare. Here's my story. It is really important right now that people continue to share their stories with health insurance, okay? Overwhelm the news wires. If this moment of class consciousness is important to you, that's the way to do it. It's also really important that you neuter the representation of mental health. That's why in those statements that I made, you say, yeah, of course somebody was driven to that moment. That's really important too.
My dad's dad got shot twice in the back of the head in what the police called a robbery gone wrong, and they never even really searched for the guy who did it. And they told my entire family that there wasn't anything more they could have done. I guess the part they decided to leave out was unless he's a CEO. Because remember, this man committed what police described as the perfect crime. This man had a 3D printed pistol with subsonic bullets. This man was supremely prepared. He only got caught 2 full states away because of the nationwide manhunt that had been going on over the last week. So do not let publicly funded resources like the NYPD or like the Atlanta Police Department that got pulled into this investigation tell you that you don't have access to your rights, tell you that you don't have access to a full investigation, because they just showed the entire nation that they have the resources and they just often choose not to deploy them. And through exposing policing, healthcare, and media in one fell swoop, Luigi has become a national icon and I hope a revolutionary.
Luigi Mangione apparently has a YouTube video coming out on December 11th. A YouTube channel that was made back in January of 2024. This one right here has one video called The Truth that came out 2 hours ago. And it says, if you see this, I'm already under arrest. All is scheduled. Be patient. Bye for now. And as you can see right here, it was made January 20th of 2024. Because at first I was like, this gotta be fake. Girl, it don't look like it. This is fucking crazy. I hope y'all are getting the fucking docudrama, docu-series ready, girl, because what the fuck? They're also saying that him, like, having this disdain for the healthcare industry is due to his grandparents that died. His grandmother died in 2013 and his grandfather died in 2017. He has basically blown the fuck up and gained 100,000 followers on Twitter. His Instagram is climbing on up too at 68,000 followers right now. I'm really interested in seeing this YouTube video that apparently is coming out on December 11th. I want to know what he has to say. I mean, he had an entire manifesto, like, and people have been looking at his Goodreads, and they found some pretty interesting stuff there. I feel like this man has a lot to motherfucking say, and he's doing it for a good cause. And I really hope that the healthcare industry does decide to change their ways.
Well, I'm no conspiracy theorist, that's for sure. But I'm following this CEO's murder case in New York City. 39 years a lawyer. I've done so many murder trials, I cannot remember them all. I've won, I've lost, I've had hung juries, but I've watched this case pretty closely. Let me just tell you some of my observations, and in the comments you can think of full of crap or not. We never saw the actual shooter's face. And the shooter knew the CEO's schedule. Now, when a spouse dies, or a girlfriend or boyfriend dies, the number one suspect is always the spouse or the girlfriend or boyfriend until they're not the number one suspect. But this was a very cold, calculating murder. That person was very adept at handling a gun, had access to a silencer, and did not run away from the scene. He walked away from the scene. Most people that do rage killings, they run, they fire. My crazy theory is, and it's a conspiracy theory, and I'm not one that engages in them, is that the true killer hired someone to wear clothing like his, to go to a hostel, to go to Starbucks, and to throw the police out or off the trail. I could be wrong. Maybe it is that person who has a picture at Starbucks. But if you're so cautious not to have your face filmed as you're doing the murder, and you're so cautious to walk away from the scene, and you're so cautious as to use a silencer and know how to use it, if you practice all that cautiousness, are you going to be that sloppy to let your face be seen? Because you're videoed a lot. So this person that shot that CEO knew where the cameras were, knew his schedule, knew where to run, and knew where to run where there were no cameras. But yet we have a picture of the murderer. He was calculated in all those things, but somehow sloppy by walking into a Starbucks and staying at a hostel. I'm just saying, I think there's a little more to the story than what we're being told. Let me know what you think in the comments. I could be wrong. It's just my 39 years of experience talking.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. You've heard people how mad they are about this, how sad they are about this, and it's crazy because he's just a person who tried to, I know I don't support violence, I don't support killing and everything, but he decided, I might don't know how these hated him so that he decided to take this chance by himself. People have their sentiments in regards to how they've been treated by this insurance company. Probably you watching this video might be one of them. This is what they had to say about this, and it's really, really important that people are getting to speak about this. And now the person that was running for his life after doing what he thinks is justice, he's been caught don't know, man. It's sad at the same time, but also we don't support killing. But again, one of the biggest killing that has ever happened is many people have died in the hospital because of the corporate greed, right? So it's just a person who decided that, oh, this is the CEO. Now this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going for him. And he decided to do that. Turned out that it didn't end well for him, because at the end of the day, somebody snitched. Somebody snitched on him, and he got caught. And that's how it happens. That's how it became. I didn't have much to say about this, but he is a bold guy for doing what he did. I'm not judging him, because one, I don't know what his family went through so that he decided to take that chance to do that. I don't judge him, but unfortunately he's been caught. Tell me what to think about this. Until then, this is a prisoner. I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.